Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote. Welcome you back to our Let's Play of Europa Universalis for our Philippines campaign. Now, I'd like to address something really quickly before we start. If you've noticed, I had an actual, conversation, and I'd say a meaningful conversation, with a couple of commenters on the last episode about, well, my volume, at least at certain places. Number one, I realized my voice has, it's kind of annoying. And I'll see what I can do about that. But lately, I know that I've been getting very excitable, especially when it comes to like new series or the like. And I might have been a bit shrieky, and that's not good. I mean, obviously, I want to be excited. I want to be, have a good voice. But if my voice is turning away people, that's not good. I mean, I would like people to be able to enjoy my games and to have some fun. And, that means I need to limit some of my own issues that are potentially driving them away. So, I would like to thank those commenters about bringing up this issue, and I would hope that in the future, anyone's free to make any sort of commentary, constructive commentary, positive or negative, and I will definitely address it. So thank you very much, and let's move forward, have some fun. So from our last episode, we just started our Philippines campaign as the Kingdom of Maguindanao, and we are trying to first consolidate our holdings of the Philippines, at least the colonized city-states here. And then we will definitely advance in our idea of the pirates of the Philippines. But that's for right now. Let's start doing a lot of naval stuff here. A couple more boats. In part of our trying to consolidate, we did take over the city-state of Madjas and the old country, the old kingdom of Butuan. So now they are under the Maguindanao banner. And we're just digesting them for right now. We have a couple of allies in Sulu, Mr. Sulu here, and Manila. And we're trying to talk to Brunei Sempai, try to get them to notice us. So let's go down tick speed here, and let things digest. And so while we're letting things digest, let's talk a little about what we want to do. So like I said, the first thing we need to do is consolidate the Philippines here. And, perfect. So we want to try and consolidate a whole in the Philippines. We've got the idea of we're going to go with the idea group, and in fact, I need to bop that up. But if I'm going to go for the idea group of exploration in order to colonize the remaining jungle islands, then I need to get that going. So we'll probably flip over to Diplo, focus to Diplo when we can, or get an advisor or something like that. Okay, so that's that immediate plan. Obviously, we only have a couple of directions we can go. We want to colonize Taiwan, probably. I'm trying to make friends with Khmer to see if we can go into Southeast Asia a little bit. And of course, we're trying to make Brunei Senpai like us in order to try and expand here into Indonesia and probably Australia. So that's the immediate, I should say the future plan. The long-term future is obviously we need to expand more. Actually, I'm setting a goal of the Philippines to colonize America. Because, number one, that would just be historically hilarious of the Philippines having America under its heel, as opposed to the other way around after the Spanish-American War. I'm sure there's some Filipinos that are cheering that idea now. So that's the long-term goal, is to have Filipino, I guess it would be Maguindanao colonization of America, and have some fun that way. So the immediate is we're going to digest our holding here. We're going to digest Butuan. I believe that should be the only thing that's holding us back with Brunei, because just 6 votes. We've got some... for that. almost I forgot to do that. We need to put a claim down here on Cebu. That's going to take a couple more months now. Boo. Yeah, it's 1.79. It's not bad, so it's like maybe 10 months left. That should give us plenty of time to digest and eat that overextension. We're making 0.5 cents. I guess it'll be 5 cents. Okay, boom, boom. Flip that into a state, which will allow us to extend our reach a little bit. Extend our reach to the stars and above. Sure, why not? What that should actually let us do is, I believe, it does. It lets us go into Canton, our first new trade region. Now, so we want to transfer trade power, throw somebody in there, and let's go over the new options. And boom. Okay, so we're gonna go over the new options because this is this is one of the big changes. Right up there with drilling troops that we're not going to get into for a little bit just because of the expansion. But the trading policies, they've expanded trading a little bit in Cradle of a Civilization. They give you 5 options here, most of which you need to have a trader in that node to work, or 50% power. That's why these 2 are still grayed out. You still need 50% power for these to work. So the first option here is just straight out maximize profit. Gives you 5% to give that a little extra boost in that area. That's, your standard, hey, we have a merchant there. The next 2 I call the aggressive ones. The hostile trading gives you spy network construction. So say we were doing spy, I guess, let's say we dropped a thing here in the Philippines. We need to have somebody in there. That would help us go quicker on Cebu here. Likewise, is the secondary of improved inland routes, which allows for siege and artillery bonuses. As you can see here, artillery bonus versus fort. So basically, those 2 are when you want to get aggressive and start going after things in your new area, your new buddy, an area you're trying to expand, I should say. Let's get back down here. On the flip side, you've got the nice one that's a improve relations 15%. That's established communities there. That way, say we wanted, if we could get into Khmer, or whatever that is. Yeah, Siam, which we can't get to. It would help us make nice with Khmer there. And then the final one, which I find a little bit interesting, is propagate religion. This is the big one that they did with for Cradle of Civilization. Right now it starts that if you are a Muslim group, any of the Muslim religions, you drop this down and the trade node now acts like a center of reformation for the trade region. Now, this is definitely very interesting. It helps you go in there, and when you conquer an area, you already got that the same religion thing, which definitely helps on your conversion. Of course, conversion. Well, it does. It saves you money on conversion. It saves you religious unity, and it saves you on unity of your newly conquered area. Unrest. There we are. That's what I was thinking about. Now, the only problem with this is I realize kind of thematically, and, a lot of Muslim traders were more likely that they were using the trading to be a vector for their culture and religion. But, historically speaking, most cultures did that. Especially the colonists, at least the early colonists in Americas, used trading as one of their biggest vectors. Bibles for bullets and the like. Now, granted, that was usually one-way trading, but, so I really hope they kind of fix that in the future. But that's just my, just the overview of the new trading area. What we're doing here, we're we're going to kick these guys into Canton to make a little bit of cashola. Boop. We're going to keep you at the home node. Boop. Alright, so they're going to go off and go be trading boats. Let's see. I think Brunei Sempai still don't like us quite yet. We're 41 of 42. I think we've got... Yeah, we got force limit now. Uh-oh. Almost had to get a corruption. Okay, so let's do a dude. We'll make the dude abide. Maybe that'll give us that extra vote we need with for Brunei Sempai to like us. Oh, Tondo has made a claim. Great, good for them. Well, we'll just make them our next rival. We gotta wait for Butuan to finish up. And in the meantime, let's get the guys over. Great, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. No one cares. Jeez. No, really, we want you to do stuff. Yeah, do the stuff. Okay, nobility wants stuff. The nobility always wants stuff. Alright. So let's see what that does with Brunei Sempai. Can we get them to like us now? 42 of 42. Even money. Boo. Oh well. Maybe they will now. Brunei Sempai, notice us? No? Okay. Well, they should notice us after this war. Okay. So we'll stick there, we'll go there, and then we'll take over Cebu as soon as we can. As soon as we can. As soon as we can. Because we can't even take an advisor yet, because we're not even making a full ducat. We're making like half a ducat. There's like a half a duck running around. Poor duck. It's only half a duck. Does it go quack? Or it just goes ack? That's a dumb joke, but then again, I'm also working on my dad joke, so that's probably where that's going. Because one day I'll have kids. I don't know, that scares people, but one day I will have kids. Alright, so now we'll just tick off the nobility, because we don't want to lose the that. I need to up the stab here pretty soon, but we don't have the admin power for it yet. Oh, I know what we can do. I think it's time for war. It's time to do some war. War is good for the war. I don't know. Okay, so we're taking Cebu here. So let's take them out of the picture. Part of doing that is let's get our boats, let's get our ducks in a row. Speaking of those half ducks. We'll just sort of navel it out. We'll navel gaze. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Hey, Cebu, you've got stuff that's good. I like stuff. You like stuff. Let's take your stuff. Come on. Oh, right. The boat needs to actually do something, so I can do that. Okay, let's land in Cebu. Now, yeah, Cebu and Sulu. So Mr. Sulu is an ally of them. I almost accidentally co-belligerized Sulu, which would be a bad thing since Sulu has Brunei as a friend. That would be bad. Ooh, we had a quick win on their army. That's cool. Let's go take out some boats. That'll give us some. If we take out some boats, it'll give us some battle score. That was easy. Nom nom nom. See, I haven't gone anywhere yet because there's the this 7 here. We should get kicked out by then, but we need... No, you were supposed to be in the middle of the water, stupid. Just in time for the seas outbreak. Woo! Boo. Alright, come on, Brunei Senpai. Don't you like us yet? Oh, now you like us. Apparently, declaring war made them really like us. Really, really. That's because we didn't get stupid and drag them into the war. Minus 28. Well, they are dying. Ooh. Oh! Yes, we'll take free army tradition. Yeah, I know, we kind of got the merchants ticked off, but not so much that it's a problem. Now you got army tradition of 35. Booyah! Definitely helps the siege ability. Actually, speaking of siege ability... If we temporarily collect from trade... No, we don't have enough. Okay. Well, I guess we could have just left there for the extra 0.5. I guess we didn't have enough for 50% for that siege ability, which would have been come in handy right now, but whatever. Okay. Actually, let's pause really quickly. Would Chimera be close? 36 to 54, so... Nope. Might have to get one of these one dots here. Hoping we get somebody big like Khmer or Daviet for Southeast Asian relations, but that ain't gonna happen yet. Okay, Tondo. We'll be your Huckleberry. We'll do a spy network on you guys, too. Come on, just fall. And 29%. Just fall. You know, it's not like it's costing you anything. Well, I mean, it is, but... There we go. Okay, so Cebu fell. We now fighty. We'll take out their navy. Maybe we'll be lucky and grab a ship or two. Nope, didn't grab a ship, but we will go down here and play with Sulu. Oh, no captured ships either. Alright, so let's go fix the boats really quickly. I think we're right by that tick where we should be able to fix them. Because I'm thinking we don't have the votes. Yeah, we don't have the votes. We're like Alexander Hamilton. We don't have the votes yet, so we might have to make some sort of Southern compromise. Hey, I can make Hamilton jokes. I'm a history teacher. Yeah, 90%. That's fine. Alright, so we'll blockade Sulu. We'll keep them in the harbor. And that gets us 69%, but not quite enough to get it. We need 6 votes. So we're going to have to link the war. So we'll just sit here and take all their money. And soak up all the wonderful, wonderful free manpower this is giving us. Keeping an eye on the rebels, though. 6-5. Oh, yeah. Rebels aren't that big of a deal. Okay, 70%. Probably not quite yet. Oh, no. There might be a coalition of a country that is not going to exist much longer. 20 votes? Okay, so... Boo! Are you even going to be able to do this? Oh, it's all length of war. It is literally all length of war. Okay. So, I guess we'll crank up the time. Actually, let's get some war score. Let's see if we can get them to come out of their shells while the Renaissance happens. Come on! Nothing's gonna happen. I promise. Boo. Ah, that just made him happy again. I don't know how. How did you make war games? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, there we go. Guess we'll just take their money. Meanwhile, we'll lay down a claim. A claim. Claim-tacular claim nation. Wow, I'm forcing it. You can tell. All right, 74%. How is that length of war doing for you? Oh, looks like 9 more votes now. Or was that 11? Now it's 6. Actually, 8. Hey, now it's 5. 6, 5, 4. Oh, there we go. Sorry, Sulu. You just sort of got involved in this. I wonder if we can actually piece them out. Probably not. Nope. Actually, the overall would piece out before we can get Sulu to do anything. In fact, I don't think we can. Let's see. 26 and 5. Yeah, no. Oh, here we go. Should be greedy. Okay. Let's be a little bit greedy and take some of their cash. Now, we can't get it all, because that would make the check mark turn into a frowny face. Gotta just fairly look. I can just make out the background. Oh, wow, actually could have done that for once. Last couple of times didn't let you actually do that. But hey, that's fine. So Cebu now will become a part of our glorious republic. Woo! Or kingdom. Or something. Okay, so let's get the boats back. Some of your provinces lack cores, right? Because, yeah. And we'll convert them later. Okay, so let's get that out. Let's do what we had before. So 2 goes to the home front of the Philippines. And 8 goes to play in Canton. Convert Cebu to Animus. Well, we'll do that once we core them. Then that's the only mission anyway. Hey, maybe, okay, so Brunei Sempai will like us, so there's a free alliance. Boom. With a good regional power. Whoa, I would say Khmer, but, they've got an outbreak of annoyed people. Alright, so let's stay here. We're gonna leave these guys here to hop over in case they need to deal with rebel suppression. Like rheumatism. Treason against Magwita now! Recruitment is out of necessity, something that has to be a somewhat decentralized affair. Often will be entrusted to nobles in the capital, and then they're morons. Alright, so we can lose professionalism and lose manpower. Okay. Or, the nobility hates us a little bit. East Mindanao, which I think that's like this area, gets a little bit more unrest for 10 years and local manpower mod. You know what? Let's go. So we hose the professionalism, which we actually haven't built yet, and manpower modifier, or we get a little bit. You know, in this case, we don't have any army professionalism yet. We have 1. We have 1 due to popping up a general. So we lose 1.5%, and we lose a little bit of manpower modifier. But you know what? This might be the only case where that isn't a bad idea to do. Yeah, that's gonna be rare, because I would have rather gone for the free army professionalism. But you know how you get army professionalism? There you go. I think because our dudes aren't that expensive enough that drilling will actually eat us too badly. So that's the other new thing with. In fact, we'll pause here really quickly to talk about. That's the other new thing. The big thing with Cradle of Civilization is this new thing that with the army. So now you can drill troops, which gives you something to do with the troops in peacetime. Drilling, basically, it adds to army professionalism yearly, and you have a potential yearly of skill increase when you have a leader. Because in order to drill, you have to have a leader in an army, and then they drill. It completely depletes their their morale, which is unfortunate. It kind of basically goes like you're not putting any money in on them. But you can easily just drop that, and then the morale will come back. But it fills up this little bar, which this is actually something that they fixed, that they tweaked in Japan, actually. So this is new even to Cradle of Civilization. They made army with army drill. You get a bonus to combat, and I think a little bit of it's mostly combat bonuses. But now you also basically what they did was they across the board, and I'm sure this is going to tick a couple people off. Across the board, they lowered the speed on everybody. On all the armies. It's down to like 0.8%. You get that back by drilling. See, like, we only have even a little bit of drill, and we've already got a movement speed of plus 0.1%. So I think, so you'll get that full 20% back by drilling. So it essentially makes it where you kind of need to drill more often. Now, across the board, even the AI has that speed lower, so that's not a big thing. I understand it's to, armies drill when they're not at war, because that's just what they do. They need to, in order to keep up their training. So that's the big thing now. We're close on tech. Yeah, we're gonna need to take tech here pretty soon in order to beat the institution penalty, which is never gonna get to us. And then everybody's under the thumb of Ming. Whoopee. Okay, so we're gonna leave it on drilling. Let's see, 1452. All right, so with this successful campaign, where you've now gotten the lowered half of the colonized islands under the thumb of Maguindanao, we'll now be looking north to Tondo. We now have Brunei on our side, so they should be able to theoretically help us out, because what they can just basically do is dump into Palawan, hop over to Tete, and they should just be able to cross into Mindoro. So that's something to do. We're going to drill for a little bit while we build up cash, and I think our manpower is maxed out. Nope. We need about 7,000 more manpower. And I think... yes, that's the only one we can put a claim in on now. So that's what the plan's going to be, is we're going to try and take over Tondo once things finish out here. I think we actually get another army force limit. So we're going to do that, because I think Cebu's done... not quite done digesting. Where did that percent? Okay, 33%. So they'll digest. We'll flip them over to Animist, and then we'll have a force limit of 10. So that's our plan. That's what we're going to save. We're going to save right here. And with that, I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day. And with that, class dismissed.